Well guys, look what arrived today. Aurora. Now this won't be the best unboxing video you ever see. All I have is my camera phone, and I've never uploaded to YouTube before, so what could possibly go wrong? So apologies for the quality, but you know, it's just another video and it's not going to be as professional as some of them out there. But I just wanted to put some information out there about the delivery to the UK specifically. So I got a notification from Iwinks, I think it was on Friday, which I think was the 12th. Andrew kindly provided a tracking number, and I believe it went to New York by, I think it was the next day, and I basically think it touched down in the UK, I think it was Monday, possibly Tuesday. What I would say is the tracking number that tracks on the US Postal Service, I think it'll only track as far as landing in the UK, and then it won't update until it's actually delivered. So, but what I did was actually I put that same tracking number into the Royal Mail website, and it actually tracked it and showed that it was actually sitting at my local sorting office. So I basically got it 8 days after it was sent, which is pretty good. And some of that time was actually the fact that it has hit customs charges, which I shall go on to now. So I was surprised to get a card through the letterbox saying I had to pay £60. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it might be about the sort of £20 mark. But the key thing that seems to have happened is the customs declaration form. I'm not sure that's probably focusing in, probably not. But the value is input as $299, and I was one of the ones that pledged at $180. So you can see they've charged an import duty of £5, which I'm not sure is correct anyway. No excise duty, but the VAT is the killer, and that's what they've based that on. So that's £48 based on the value of $299, and then the Royal Mail handling charge of £8, which you can never get away with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to query this. I've raised the question with Iwinks about whether this should really say $299 is the value, and there is a form on the Border Force website where you can basically dispute it. So what I will do is I will print out a copy of the email showing that I backed at $180 and see where we go from there. But what I'd say is if you do get this customs charge and you want to dispute it, you do have to retain these labels here. So I'm actually going to unwrap it on the other side. And that's where the really low-tech video comes into play, because I'm going to have to put this down while I undo the box here. So bear with me a second. Let's see if I can get any of this in shot at all. And hoping it survived the journey across the Atlantic. Talked amongst yourselves while I get the box open. So here we go. So I really like this packaging. I think it looks really professional. It's something you could expect to see on a shelf, not something that's just you know, come from a Kickstarter campaign. Not that I've invested in any other Kickstarters, but you know, I really like this. It looks good. So let's see what's inside. So here we go. So this is the instructions. In the email from Iwinks, I'd already actually had a look at the PDF of that. So I've had it's a well-written guide as far as I can see. And here we go. So what have we got? So here's the brains of the device. So the sensors. And here is the button, which I believe is the on button, but I'll have to look at the instructions again. Now here's the USB port. Now you've probably seen the warnings about this USB port and it being fragile. So this is what I'm terrified of breaking. But I guess I'm just hoping with a bit of care things should be all right. I think we're quite used to just treating our electronic devices quite roughly. Certainly when I want to charge my phone, I'll normally just stab blindly at the micro USB port until I realise I've got it the wrong way round, and I'll just keep stabbing. So this is going to be treated with a lot more respect, and hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, so here is the band. So we have I think they're called snap connectors, and here are those electrodes. So I saw the communication recently. Actually, I think it might have been on the Slack channel about the lifespan. So I think I'm right in thinking that actually this whole headband gets replaced, recommended after about 100 uses, which is disappointing, depending on how much the replacements are going to charge. I mean, the thought of having to order a new one every 3 months isn't great. It'd be interesting to know from Iwinks why they went down this route, because I believe the original design didn't have these soft sensors. I think, as I understand it, it's the sensors that are going to be the things that wear out after 3 months, not the actual band itself. And I thought originally that these were going to be sort of hard, non-fabric sensors. It would be interesting to know why it switched to the fabric sensors. But yeah, so there we go. So underneath we have the USB cable, and as I understand it, this is just a standard USB cable. You can use your own. The soft bag, and what have we got in here? Okay, just is that a sticker? Yep, sticker. And another sticker, I believe. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at the device. So what I now want to understand is whether it's come with any sort of charge, and I believe we press the button up here to understand the charge status. Sorry. Okay, so we have a chime and some purple lights. Okay, I'm assuming that therefore has some charge, and I'll hold the button down, hoping that will turn off. Turns red, and chime, so I'm guessing that's off. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give this a good charge. I'm going to probably give it 2 hours, and then switch it off. And then my next video will be plugging this in to my laptop and downloading the Borealis software to actually see what the settings are. So my plan for Aurora initially is to just use it in passive mode. So I just want to actually check out the tracking functionality before I look into any stimulation using the lights. So I will post again when I've had a chance to plug it in and play around. So thanks for watching, and everyone out there on Kickstarter, don't worry, it is coming. Thanks.